Hello, everybody. We're gonna watch "Sympathy for the Devil." It's the new Nick Cage movie. It was a part of the Fantasia Film Festival lineup, but I wasn't in town early enough to catch the premiere, so I'm watching the digital version because it came out like a week after the premiere at Fantasia, and I'll consider it a part of my Fantasia reviews, which I have still yet to finish recording here. So everybody, get ready, spaghetti. Get their copy ready. It's on iTunes and other stuff. I don't know. Make you know. We're not doing Sound of Freedom because the copy we found was not the right movie.
It was another movie.
It was something called
promising.
To Freedom. So hopefully there's an internet copy of Sound of Freedom available at some point. Unless I want to watch a cam rip sometime soon, which I might just do. Because I'm having a conversation with some people on a live stream. And that's one of the things I want to watch before I have a conversation with them, because it's like kind of relevant to things I'm saying. So I want to just have the context of what it is, but I don't want to watch it in the theater because it's like 2 hours and 10 minutes long. So,
is it only in theaters? Like only in theaters right now?
Yeah, it's disgusting. All right, I guess no, I have not reacted to the Side X trailer. We'll do that maybe after this. I don't know. All right. Everybody ready? Spaghetti. Sympathy for the Devil, Nick Cage masterpiece coming up. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. I should have checked if I had subtitles enabled. There's something enabled, so hopefully it's English subtitles. I thought it said Crapstone Pictures. Is the music really quiet? It is. Okay, I turned it up. Crapstone. And Fantasia gave him like an honorary award this year for something, but I don't know what. Trucker Mike. Is this kid gonna die? It seems like they're building it up so that he has like some sort of more loss or something. I don't know. Right. You were mistake, Sonics. I hate it when like the parts of the pen like wear off, like this part. It's gonna fall off any moment.
You want to fade out?
I was talking about this pen. I don't know what you thought I was talking about.
Oh,
There's this part that's gonna fall off, and I'm pissed. It's not strong anymore.
it's a weak pen.
It might have been impact font, but I thought it worked.
It's a custom color though.
You're not gonna know if it's a boy or a girl until they turn 6 years old. The production designer's name was Burns Burns. I could never imagine holding my phone like that on speaker while I'm driving. How shit's your phone?
You're kind of blocking the speaker with your hand too.
Yeah. I think it's so they don't have. Actually, I
Oh,
don't
so
know
you
why
don't
they're
get
doing it.
feedback. And it's through the speakers on the phone.
I'm coming. There's some weird posts on the internet, and it might be posed live. It might just be like fake shit. I don't know. There's some like weird fraction of a percent of people that insist that there's like a sexual element to like giving birth, and they're like, no, it's okay to masturbate while you're giving birth. They do like home births or
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
And I'm like, is that pedophilia?
I think it's its own thing.
Can you go to jail for reverse vaginal voring a baby? Every mother is going to jail. Now that's the sound of freedom. Splorch. Unbirthing. No, reverse unbirthing.
Reverse unbirthing.
It's different. There he is. Damn. Oh, I'm so excited. Did you watch Sick of Myself with me in theaters? I think you did.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. The director's got that guy's doing the new Nick Cage movie after this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that should be fun.
Oh, you said unbirthing. See, this is perfect. This is perfect. We have Collateral at home. This is amazing. See that
That was
this
a fun shot.
I knew that this was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna be so good. I saw some clips from the trailer. I'm like, this is gonna be like classic Nick Cage. This is why he's a meme. It's shit like this, and people need to understand how to use him. The rest of your movie can be like mediocre, yeah, although this is not like terribly shot or anything.
No, I
But
actually kind of like it.
yeah, this is very competent, and they know how to use Nick Cage. The weird percussive sounds remind me of an Akira Yamaoka track from Black Knight Sword. It's really interesting. This is Vegas, yes. Lots Vegas. Well,
I thought it was Lost Vegas when I was a kid.
That's great.
For a very long time.
I couldn't imagine looking behind myself driving forwards for that long also. That was like a good 4 seconds. Like 4 whole Mississippis right there. Like I wouldn't even know if I'm going in a straight line at that point.
Yeah, you let go of the wheel, and if your alignment's not off.
The road's empty? Yeah, I wouldn't know if I'm going straight on the road. Cliche. There was a really good moment in The Idol where The Weeknd said "Carte Blanche," and it didn't seem like it was playing it off as a joke, and the thing just kept going, and it was very strange. His accent. Ah! he's almost kind of trying to do Christopher Walken or something. I have no idea what he's going for. Seems really inconsistent, but I love it. That's that poem.
I think his characters in movies now just really like to do impressions and bits a lot.
I've seen that shot a million times. I don't think. See, that shot felt out of place to me. It's like, what are you trying? When I see that shot, I think of like them trying to imply that the character's like a badass or something, which maybe is the implication, but I don't know. Stress. Ah! This is subtly chaotic. The hair dye is also very funny.
It's good luck.
I support this version of Nick Cage. Well, hi. He sounds like that cat. Well, hi. So far, this is Collateral.
Collateral with Nick Cage.
A good replacement for Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I wonder how wild Collateral is if I watched it again today.
How what it is?
Is it wild? Is it crazy?
As in, do you remember it being crazy, and you're wondering if it holds up in the same way?
I don't remember it being crazy. I remember it being just like a good, solid action movie.
Yeah, it's a good thriller. Shot on like early digital Michael Mann.
Yeah.
It's considered
Tom
a
Cruise
classic.
Tom Cruise has been in a lot of good stuff too.
Yeah.
He's got an off-camera persona of Nick Cage, but maybe his on-camera persona is
They're
more
reversed.
more straight.
Nice. I don't buy the fear of the driver. See, he wasn't even turned all the way around. He was
Nick
he
Cage
should have
has
been able to see out his peripherals on that one.
Nick Cage has been on him for his driving.
I've never heard of Glenlivet.
It's a very popular scotch.
It sounds like a scotch. Is Glenfiddich a scotch?
Yeah.
That's why it sounds like a scotch.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
Pull out your vape. That's the smallest flask I've ever seen. That's smaller than his palm. You got like 2 shots in there?
It's not alcohol for sure.
Did he breathe in like a fucking Ventolin? Like the footage on the outside of the green screen has a lower frame rate than the inside. I feel like there's a frame rate issue. Right? It's like less than 24 frames per second on the outside of the car.
It could be a compression thing.
They had an issue. It's a conversion issue with the footage. How did I notice that? Because I'm incredibly autistic. And there's lots of tiny details that bother me about things. Isn't that weird? It's an issue with converting the footage. I am more autistic than Olivia, and Olivia has autism. Sucking dick. Mm. You know, if you didn't answer it, then she would probably put out a search for you. If you said you were like a minute away and then you don't show up, they're going to do a missing persons thing.
Yeah, he seems to be actively working against that now.
She's not very convincing also. Why are you shushing yourself? She's very bad. It's only her voice. I don't believe a single fucking word coming out of her mouth. They hired a bad actor just for like the voice. Although probably we'll see her later, and it might just be that she's like hot or something, and they hired her for that. We might just see her, and it might just not be the voice. Why would she be on her phone while in labor? Because he's not there yet. They would let her call. I need to call my husband.
Yeah, it seems like a long ways off because their son's also in the room, right?
The son could call.
Well, no. Why is the son in the room if he's like?
It's just chilling.
Like 6? I mean, I could be crazy. Maybe it was.
It's a home birth.
Yeah.
Next door to the hospital. Well, they don't have any reason to do anything about it.
It does feel imminent from the calls, though, right?
Yeah. I didn't do anything. Did he just yell at the cop?
Yeah,
What would you like me to do, sir? Would you like more cop cars to come here? Do police sirens even do that sound?
There's probably a bunch of different sounds that they do.
You also said I might not survive this. Like 10 minutes ago, you were threatening to kill me. I'll kill the cop. Why don't you take the cop's car hostage then? You can just kill him, you know? That'd be an interesting movie. A guy taking a cop as hostage and forcing him to drive. Guy looks like grown-up Dewey. Jesus, the writing. I like how he said you were going 11 over the speed limit, like Nick Cage was driving. You're very good at talking with police. Yes. I like how quickly he drew his gun, but it's America. My friend here. I don't know what his accent's doing at all. That was very bizarre.
I love how he was like, "You better not get this cop to do it." Like,
And then he
just, "You better stay cool. You better stay cool," and then immediately just starts shit with the cop.
The cop's death falling was also very funny and awkward. He was like, ah! He did the arms up death, which is always fun because that's not how people act when they get shot. You know what had the most realistic people getting shot and dying, as far as I remember, was 71 Fragments. I gotta watch that again. It's on Blu-ray. The guy's facial expression was really funny too. What? His bad acting is kind of adding to it now. Now that he's like actually trying, it's even worse. This fucking bullshit. He's not convincing. Ow! Bam 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 bam. This is Collateral. This is just so far it's Collateral, but with better acting. Why? This is the first problem he's had. What? There's no winning. Ah! You chose a bizarre place to do this.
Yeah, he also could have like pulled the wheel and
We're also like
driven it right off the road when he jumped out.
He said he wanted him to pull over because he was hungry. He could have been driving much slower when he did that. Like he could have driven much slower and then tried to escape in an easier area to hide and maybe some people. Is there another movie after? We might do How to with John Wilson after, but I mean, you wouldn't. It's not like you'd be confused if you started this one halfway through. It's very simple, and it's a dumb Nick Cage movie. I don't think. I don't think you'd be. It so far. It's just Collateral, and that's it. Why are you yelling? My wife. His walk is so weird. He's like dancing. Well, you learned you can do a lot without him shooting you, so. So, FYI, anybody watching, I'm going to try and do the menu at another point this week. So, make sure you have your copy ready. I'm not going to stay up late. Stress! It'd be great if you just kept saying stress to everything. What? Okay, perfect. So yeah, it's so far all that you've missed is the guy's wife is having a baby in the hospital. She's expecting him there. He was at the hospital about to go in and meet his wife. And he also has like a 6-year-old son who's, I guess, there. And then Nick Cage is like, I'm going to hold you hostage. And then they've been driving and then he shot a cop and that's it. So it's literally just imagine if Tom Cruise was Nick Cage in Collateral and Jamie Foxx was this guy. And so far, that's the entire premise. Yeah. The majority of this movie is going to feel like padding to most people that don't just get entertained by Nick Cage being weird.
Nick
yeah.
Cage just takes over movies that he's in.
Yeah.
So the rest of it is.
Ah! I love how he just said the F slur to himself. Loud enough for the audience to hear, but not the character. That was for us. I want to go to Waffle House. There was a booger man. What? Coffee. Let's do it. Oh God. He's just I want there to be a twist at the end where Nick Cage was in his head the whole time and he's just like getting mad at the world. He's like, I hate places with no substitutions, and this is just his way of getting revenge. Mustard fight. I feel like the whole diner can hear him, like every word he's saying, just based on the audio. Or I'll shoot you in the head. This is so good. I wish he just said the F slur again. You should just told him to open it. He looks so awkward. It is booze.
And that was all of it. That said before and the amount that they poured into it.
It's funny that he sat on this side where his gun in his pocket is visible to the waitress and everybody else in the. He could have chosen the other side to sit on, you know? So people aren't like, why is your hand in your pocket the whole time? Satan. He's got one weird tooth. Yes. He said like 10 words the whole movie. Yes. Yes. How do you do that? You grabbed his arm. You can't make someone's head hit the table by grabbing their. How did you did that before? You did that without pulling your gun out of your pocket? Did you do that with your other arm?
He's magic.
I love how it's like, this is so ridiculous. Mozzarella. God, that looked bad. I want a tuna melt now. He's gonna start dancing. He's gonna start dancing. So, what was that? So, okay, we mentioned the Five Nights at Freddy ripoff, or maybe not ripoff movie that Nick Cage was in.
Mhm.
That movie was unbearable because he didn't say a word the entire fucking time, and they wrote him like it was fucking Ryan Gosling in Drive or Blade Runner 2049 or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
this is how you
This
use
is
Nick
it.
Cage.
Yeah.
Who, if this movie was written with Nick Cage in mind, I trust this guy. I trust the writer. Like, you know what you're doing. If it was not written with Nick Cage in mind, then you got lucky. You got fucking. They saved the fucking movie.
No, they had to know.
He looks so satisfied with himself. Oh, he pog faced. Before the accent comes and goes. The broken nose makeup isn't great. Okay. I want to see all the original footage for this movie. Just fucking compile it into like a 20-hour feature just so I can see all the different takes of Nick Cage. Just him saying, "Oh shit." And the director being like, "No, do it better." What? I like how it's not possible that there's like a landline phone in the back also. He deep fried their cell phones, but hasn't really been making sure that he's not getting caught, you know? Oh, he destroyed the phone on the wall? I didn't even notice. See, this is the YMS experience. Sometimes I don't notice things that are just like explicitly shown, but then I'll be like, that frame rate's different outside. I have a completely different experience on this planet than the average person. This is a choice. The music should have been cooler here, is what I'm gonna say. It seems like the whoever filmed it thought the music would have been cooler there. That was a really wasted opportunity with the score. That was a really boring sound for slow-mo action. Ow! You could go, really. Kill the kid. Don't be a coward. Kill the kid. Kill the kid. You're not gonna do it. Just a white male, older. Two so far, actually, in this movie. Kill the child girl. Oh yeah, that's probably why he said faggot earlier. Is so that they could kill him without you feeling bad. They had that one character moment only for the audience to show that he's a bad guy. Cop and homophobe. It is kind of dumb and manipulative of just like diner scene, hold up, and then insert single mom and little girl so that you feel like, oh, now I'm actually scared if someone gets shot, and then they leave. It's like, okay.
They're just there to build tension.
Literally, that's the only reason they're there. Because it matters more. It matters more if it's a child and they're women. So far, the only actor I like is the waitress. She was doing a good job earlier, too. And obviously Nick Cage, but in a different way. Make your own tuna melt. What if it's a chain? Rev handmade vodka, but it was the whole fucking Tito's bottle, but they changed that was like a Spubby. They like changed the fucking yeah, they just changed the title, but it's like obviously a Tito's bottle. Yeah, CG fire. Ow. All of these parody fucking Hot Drop was Fireball. There was like all of those parody liquors. That was very funny.
Weren't allowed to put the real labels on there.
There's nothing that says you can't, but sometimes people in production are overly cautious and they think they might get sued. It's like, yeah, avoid a lawsuit, I guess, but you can do it. Damn, the music really sucks now. Which makes me believe that earlier it probably was a ripoff of Akira Yamaoka. Because it seems really, like, not competent. Feels like background video game music for, like, someone's fucking Flash 2D video game in 2006. Is this good? Well, I mean, if you like Nick Cage being weird, then yeah. But that's pretty much the only thing holding up the movie. It's just like them getting to the diner feels like it should have been like a third through the movie, but it was like 2/3 through the movie, you know? Its biggest problem is that just nothing happens really.
This does feel like the end of the movie, kind of.
It's trying to get there.
There's quite a lot of movie left to go, though.
Maybe we'll see the woman. My wife. It feels like it was made trying to be very low budget. It kept its ambitions low, knowing that it couldn't afford to do more, which is a huge issue with a lot of writers. They kneecap themselves. And then there's Charlie Kaufman doing his first fucking feature. His first directorial debut. He's like, I don't know what a limitation is. Yeah, Ben Foster. Oh. There's a lot of smoke outside, even if the diner's on fire.
He started outdoor fires too.
The smoke isn't going up.
It's quite a lot of smoke it is staying down, yeah. It looks like smoke machines.
Yeah. Suspiciously. It's for the atmosphere, bro. Feels like wasted time during this part. It feels like wasted time during most of the movie. They're very unambitious. He's Christian. Don't do it. Yeah, this is not fire smoke. This is water-based mist smoke. Your car.
I think it's a Boston accent.
Yeah. Can someone explain to me everything that was revealed? I'm just not absorbing any of the plot. He's a guy. Is it all vague, or is there something I'm supposed to be picking up from this?
I think he thinks he's James. I don't know who James is. Or is he James? Is that his name?
James Sunderland?
It's less smoky right around where the fire is.
Yeah. Smoking. A call. He was a bookie that screwed him over in Boston or something. I don't know. I'm tired. He's got one weird tooth. What? He had a lucky rabbit's foot earlier. I have lung cancer. Uh, every beach turns you old. I don't think they say that, actually. I think it's the more violent the death, the more you haunt the house. I think I heard that in a. I thought that was like The Grudge. They're like, oh yeah, it's haunted because the deaths were really violent. But I guess they went to heaven really high. They got the penthouse in heaven. Reawoke. That's a good word. I can't shoot with a ash in my face. I don't like the change between normal and slow-mo here, and the music doesn't work with it at all.
This is very weird.
The music did not work with that at all. It's almost, it was like, have you seen Killing Them Softly?
Yeah.
I like that movie a lot. There was a really good
that was a good
slow-mo
movie.
car scene. A lot of people hated it. A lot of people were expecting something entirely different. It's weird. James, if I was ever invited on the H3 podcast to discuss fair use or discuss anything, I would do it. Ethan's got me on Twitter DMs. It was today when I realized that the word evening is a homophone.
Is it what?
Homophone? Evening? Homophone?
Is it spelled the same way?
It was spelled that way in the subtitles. A homophone is to describe
The
two different words that sound exactly the
that
same.
sound exactly. Do they? Is
It's spelled the same. Evening. Evening
Yeah.
the score. Good evening.
Yeah, it is exactly the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it feels different though.
I know. Homonym, is that what I meant? Homonym is spelled the same. So it's both a homonym and homophone, right? Homophone is sound.
It's
Homonym is spelling.
Yeah. There's a
Okay,
different
so it's both.
accent though, I think.
Evening,
'Cause it's
evening.
Ning, and
But you can say it. You can say
ing.
evening. Good evening. if you're doing a play.
Yeah, you could.
Good evening. Evening. Good evening. They're evening the score. Evening. I feel like evening could be either, but evening is only one.
You can't evening. You can't be evening the score.
No. Was it a twist even? Is it even acceptable to call it a twist if like barely anything happens and like cuz
It's a
we
twist.
didn't
It's just not like it just doesn't
it's
twist
not
the
a
movie in a
twist.
meaningful way because the movie's
It's
really
just
just
more
about Nick
information
Cage.
cuz like there was nothing to make me believe this guy wasn't a hitman or whatever.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing established about him to make it like, "Oh, I'm shocked."
The plot of the movie was secondary the whole time to just Nick Cage, and so when you added a twist at the end,
The
it
guy
was-
said like 10 words before the reveal. I'm not surprised at all. It seems like a perfectly reasonable route.
I think at the end there they could have dedicated a little more time to watching Nick Cage die.
Yeah. If we never see her face, it's like, damn, you hired a bad voice actor.
No, we did at the beginning of the movie.
I don't remember. We saw her like at the house, I think, for like
yeah,
at the doorstep for
yeah,
like
the
a
doorstep
second.
for 1 second. Yeah.
God. But did she say anything? It's not even like you need to match the voice.
No, maybe they
She didn't even say anything.
Yeah.
You could have hired a different voice actor. This is so funny. Who cares? Shoot yourself in the head. Damn it. They really
He really tried to go serious. Like he's
Yeah.
committed. It's interesting that they went with that.
They really fumbled this whole story, is what I think that's the appropriate word. Stay right there. It's kind of 4 out of 10. I give it a 5. Nick Cage is great. Just the second half is less interesting. I don't want to. I think it would. For how entertained I was in the first half, and still like enough in the second half, I think a 5 is fair. Produced by Nick Cage.
Maybe he just saw it and was like, "I'd be good in this. Make it."
Okay, there's a poll going for Sympathy for the. Oh, it's out of 5. I thought it was between 1 out of 10 and 5 out of 10. I'm like, there's no option for higher than 5 out of 10. The guy that did the music, there's some weird names. Burns. Let's see. Sorry, was the guy that did the music the guy's like brother or something? What is the? Wow, the top search result is the Rolling Stones song. So yeah, it was world premiere at Fantasia and then direct to fucking iTunes a week later. So they didn't really have high hopes for this, which is kind of funny. Yeah. The guy who did the music has not the same name as the director, but one letter off. Not Adler, but Adar. Could you imagine? Okay, there's enough footage in this movie that you could have made a trailer that was essentially a compilation of the craziest Nick Cage moments. Would have made $1 billion at the box. Like, not a billion. It would have, like, people would have fucking seen it. Oh, Burns was the owner of what? The diner? What is owner?
Yeah, it's got to be the owner of the diner. Yeah.
Yeah. The movie doesn't have a good IMDb score? No, because most people aren't watching it ironically. Most people are watching it hoping to see a good thriller or something, which is a losing game.
You got to know what you're getting into when you watch a Nick Cage movie.
Yeah, which is why they should have marketed it differently too. I mean, like, I saw enough in the trailer where I was like, okay, there's gonna be some funny Nick Cage in this, because like you can't show any Nick Cage from this movie without inferring that much.
Yeah.
Just even the hair, like,
Yeah.
and just like the concept, and like, okay, this is gonna be funny Nick Cage,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But damn, like, if they just, I wrote down some timestamps of just like good B-roll faces and stuff that I'll put in my review, but like, you could have made a trailer out of that and people would have seen it. People would have seen it. Just, if you understand the power of the internet and like Nick Cage's legacy, it's crazy that it seems as though they knew how to use him in the film, but they just kind of fumbled on the marketing and the story. They could have, if money was what they wanted to make, which I mean theoretically you would want to, should have had a way different trailer, because there was some funny shit of Nick Cage, and that's all you had to market it as. Pretend you're a bit more self-aware.
It would have been It would have been a pretty affordable movie to make.
Yeah.
I think they might still make money on it.
So Joel Kinnaman was from Suicide Squad? Okay, I didn't know that. The Suicide Squad.
Both Suicide Squads.
Oh. See, that's how little I know about him, as I didn't even know he was one of the
Suicide Squatters.
Okay, what the
He's been in a lot of stuff recently.
Let's see. What? Okay, hold on. Initial plans to shoot the car scenes on real streets were disrupted by persistent torrential rains at the Las Vegas location, prompting the production to shift towards virtual production inside the VU Virtual Studio. So it wasn't even a green screen, it was like an LED screen. Which is so bizarre.
Yeah, that would do it. Yeah.
Because it looked like probably worse than if you did it on a green screen. And there's this whole article talking about how it's like, oh yeah, like, well, I mean, it's interviewing the people that shot it, and they're saying like, yeah, it's so much better. It looks like you get authentic reflections in the glass and stuff. It's like, okay, well, maybe the LED screens should be 200 frames per second or whatever, and then no matter how you shoot it, it'll look fine. Because if you're, I don't know, I feel like if you're doing 24 on 24, there's like some weird chance that you could have the...
Well, easily, if you're doing, yeah, you could easily get like
just a weird
Or
frame
even if you're
skip.
doing, if you're just doing mismatching frames.
Yeah.
But even just like it might look weird to shoot LEDs through like glass and stuff. Be interesting to see the rig and if it really makes sense.
Yeah.
It does seem like just like green screening the windows would make.
Yeah. Because I mean, like,
That's
there's a billion movies with like green screen car scenes that you'd like never know.
Yeah, no, like if you put a green screen over the window that's going to point outside, I feel like that's
As long as you shoot it
probably
right.
your best chance of getting it. Like you're in a control environment inside the car then, and you just have to make it work in post.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with LED screens, like whatever you shoot that day is pretty much what you get.
True.
Right? Like you can't
You're
fix it
committed to it.
after. Like whatever winds up looking like in that draft is the final draft.
And then you have to worry about like the subtleties of like, oh, I got to turn the wheel at this exact moment, or like, because that when the cop was pulling them over, it did look like weird, and I was like, okay, yeah, sometimes like with green screens, even that happens, but like you have a lot less opportunity to perfect that if you wanted to perfect it, because you're just
Yeah.
kind of trapped with what you have.
Yeah. I think it's weird driving cars, like pretend driving cars, when you're acting, because it's really like to change lanes, you basically don't really move the wheel in most modern cars. Like
Yeah,
you move it like 2 degrees or
just
something.
do the shoulder check.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I guess 5 out of 10 for me. Yeah, I'm not gonna forget how entertaining the first half of that movie was. So. And it was an hour and a half. That's a
Yeah.
huge plus.
Yeah.
Hour and a half.
Yeah. They didn't try to turn it into a 2.5 hour.
Yeah. I will be doing a
Crazy thing.
Tampopo watch along. Yeah, Shay, have you seen that movie? Tampopo.
No, I
Okay,
don't think so.
Scott says it's good, but it was recommended for the podcast, so I got to watch it before Monday. So between now and Saturday, I guess. So maybe I'll do another evening one, or maybe I'll do it on Saturday. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I gotta still catch up on all the lost sleep from my trip. I didn't get as much done as I wanted today because my brain was kind of mush. So I guess I'll raid somebody. But yeah, I'll be streaming at some point tomorrow, if only just to do another watch along in the evening after recording some stuff. And yeah, I guess that's it.
Good night, all.
Good night, all. Let's see. Who shall I raid on Twitch? I will stop the YouTube and Kick streams first. Bye. And then